Who's in charge of the girls?
Work. I came to work. See, I am a professional.
It's 2018 finally, which means it's time for Basically Extra.
What?
Professional.
We have been promising that we were coming to you this year, and now here we are. I am Jana Michael, and sitting to the right of me, I'm to his left, Tony Sells. Tell them where they can find you.
Yo, my people. Long awaited. It's so nice.
Sure is.
They can find me on Instagram at @the_Tony Sells, Twitter, Tony_Sells, and don't forget to follow our page, basically.extra on Instagram.
You're so beautiful.
Thank
I can't.
You look really pretty today.
Thank you.
Not that you don't every day. You just look like I walked in and there was like a beam around you today.
He's not the first person to say that, but I will take it. Thank you. I am Jana Michael. You can find me on Twitter at Jana, Jahna, Michael, Michal. So it's Jana Michael without the E. And on Instagram at BIGGE, which is my last name, _Notorious J. I have to be so extra with everything I do. I mean, always. What are we going to do? But we are so excited to finally get this off the ground, guys.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't move forward in a positive direction without appreciating where you come from.
So we have January's basic bullet points. Obviously, a recap of 2017, but really it was just the year of Cardi B. The month of the New Year's resolution. That's what January is all about because they're still fresh in our minds. Oprah's Golden Globe moment. Enter stage right, Chicago West. She's finally here. And finally, Philly's going to Minneapolis. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. We're from Philly, so we actually care. Nobody cared about 2017 more in our studio right now than the wonderful Tony Sells because it was all about Cardi B, and he is totally on that bandwagon.
I mean, I am driving the car.
Yeah, you are.
Listen, Cardi B is everything I want to be. I mean, a stripper turned singer.
A stripper
performer.
turned singer.
I'm sorry, rapper. Let's get it right. Rapper, because, you know, and then she gets some money. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Listen, how do you record a song that it was just for fun and it didn't even make the cut to her mixtape and skyrocket to #1 on the All Genres Hot 100 on Billboard? And then ever since then, just feature after feature. And I don't think it's just because of her boyfriend is Offset. She's working with the Migos. She worked with Remy Ma. She's been on stage with Lil' Kim. She's featured on a song with Nicki Minaj. And these are all heavy hitters in the hip hop world. So to be 25 years old, I just look at it and I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
I mean, goals, right? Like,
goals.
Why aren't we there?
Listen, if my 2018,
where's my record deal?
Right. If my 2018 is anything like Cardi B's 2017, I'm done.
We'll
like,
be in good shape.
Just done.
Obviously, we all want a year like Cardi B had last year. Do you have any resolutions? I do, but I want to hear yours.
So I'm definitely currently working on mine. I gave up soda, and I'm really, really happy. My jeans are starting to be less snug, which is nice. The ones I'm wearing right now, I'm like swimming in, and they used to be like skin tight. So I'm seeing a difference on myself.
You really can see a difference, though. You look great.
Thank you.
What's your goal? Like, you want to lose X amount of pounds, or is it just like a healthy thing?
Just like more of a healthy thing. It's definitely for vain. I'm not going to lie. It's for vain. And I want to like myself in pictures. You know, I got the new
iPhone,
I feel you on that. And I want to take full body shots. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You really do have that.
Nah, I mean, because I'm from Philly.
Nah, I mean. No, that's one of my New Year's resolutions, too. I want to lose 35 more pounds. I say,
whoa.
Yeah, I lost a little.
But I feel like you look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I want to
whatever weight you do have, you hold it well.
You're the best. I want to get snatched, though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I'll get there.
Snatched all the way. Beverly Hills snatched.
Yeah, I'll get there, though.
Can we talk about snatched? I know you're getting to this in a little bit, but mama of 3, Kim Kardashian West. Whoa.
I know. No, we are totally going to talk about that. Do you have any more New Year's resolutions?
I think that's just about it. And to see Britney Spears on tour this year.
I know.
She just announced it. I cannot believe. Atlantic City 2 nights. Radio City Music Hall 2 nights. I think I might go to all 4 shows.
I don't blame you. I'll probably be in the seat next to you. Let's be real. And
Can producer Kath come?
yes, producer Kath.
Are you coming? Are you coming, Kath?
Woo! She said yeah.
I love it when she gets on the mic.
in case you didn't hear her, she said she will be going to Britney
She
with
will
us.
be in attendance. Listen, I know the choreography from every video from 99 to 2004.
I mean, what kid born pre-95 does not?
Can we do a real quick? It's Britney.
Yeah. Do you love how we censored ourselves? We should have predicted that she was going to have an awesome start to 2018 because she stole the show from Mariah on New Year's Eve.
It was ridiculous. I'm still laughing at it. I saw a meme that said, we have come to the end of our day when Britney Spears has a better vocal performance than Mariah Carey.
I know. It was all over then. We should have known. But she's also just goals. Who doesn't want to come straight out of Vegas and sell out the world?
And it's so crazy how the predictions for this show, like as far as numbers wise, is already pre-sales are happening. They're already selling out. It's crazy.
The year of Britney Spears, y'all. Seriously.
Y'all, I love that. Y'all, 'cause she would have said that if she was here.
She would. Kentwood, my beloved home of Kentwood, Louisiana.
But she was born in Jackson, Mississippi. Woo, woo.
See, I would not have known that. But if you didn't have a New Year's resolution, you definitely
have one now. Go see Britney Spears on tour.
For real.
Tickets are being released this Saturday.
Conveniently enough.
Because, this isn't going to be up till the 31st.
You're right. When you hear this, it will be the 31st.
I know. Duh.
But if you didn't have a New Year's resolution, I think that brings us to our third basic bullet point of January was Oprah's Golden Globe moment.
Mom. Did you mean mom?
Yes,
did you mean
mom. I did. And then Stedman's dad. I mean, naturally. You can't
he's more
disappoint
like
them.
Uncle Stead.
Uncle Stead. You're right.
He comes down the stairs in the morning in slippers and a robe. Like Uncle Stead, whoa.
For sure. I mean, all just hanging out, but like you kind of accept it because like you have to kind of pretend it's like not there. No, I'm totally kidding. But if you did not wake up after hearing her comments about the Time's Up movement and just women empowerment in general, I mean, wake up, because time's up and you're disappointing mom. You can't disappoint mom, bottom line. I just think it was so true what she said, and the fact that it crosses industries. The meaning behind the Time's Up movement, which is
industries, it crosses cultures.
Yeah.
It reaches the world. It reached the world. Her message and the entire message of Time's Up. She was just so poised and elegant. She spoke with grace.
She really did. And she really did, like you said, touch everyone. As basic as that sounds and as cliche as I'm sure that comment is, I mean...
You're speechless. We're speechless.
Right. And you can't...
It's pretty hard to get us speechless.
Listen, but you can't deny honesty, as brutal as it may be. And it was. And think about how terrified all of those women in the Time's Up movement, especially in Hollywood, are. Because you can sit there and smile and nod all day because you need to appease the crowd at that time. And I'm talking about the big Hollywood execs. But they might have a difficult time getting cast from here on out because you threatened their top dogs. You know, I mean, that is a real fear. I'm sure that would be what was running through my head. As paranoid as you want to call me, I mean, wake up. Seriously, that's a reality that could happen tomorrow because it happens in every other industry. So obviously, it's probably a lot more prevalent there than it is in anywhere else. What do you think? You can tell me if I'm being crazy.
No, absolutely. I agree with everything you're saying. That's why I was just kind of letting you have it.
Oh, and actually, that's a really good point. I feel like a lot of men, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, are kind of getting defensive over this movement and some comments that were made. But it's not
in any way, shape, or form to offend anyone.
Right.
This is just saying, listen, we've put up with it long enough.
And there's some great men that acknowledge it and support it and have absolutely and do not apply to this at all. But, I just think it was time that this was brought to light. Message received, Oprah. We got it. Jumping into our fourth basic bullet point for January. Hi, Chicago West. I can't wait for pictures. Are there pictures?
There's no pictures yet that we know of. But I'm sure there will be an Instagram or Kim Kardashian West app post soon. The Kardashians in the later years have shown that they haven't been selling pictures of themselves or of their kids. They've been putting it out themselves, which is kind of nice because, they're
not trying to make money off their children.
Right. Which is great. Chicago West, she was born via surrogate to Kim. We don't know if it was Kylie or not. Some people are speculating that Kylie is, in fact, pregnant with her own child.
We'll talk about that once we get confirmation, but I could go a full show.
Now, I can tell you that Kim and Kylie's baby showers were one day apart from each other back in November, and just last week, a crib was delivered to Kylie's house.
It was. I saw that, and like I said, I'm just going to refrain because I could talk for an entire show span.
Can I just shout out the Kardashians? Like, that entire money machine.
Yeah.
Kris Jenner, hire me.
I mean, seriously? And people love to talk crap all day, but listen, talk about owning your actions. There's no other family that stands up and claims what they do, regardless of your opinion. And this is not, for or against. This is just talking about taking responsibility for your actions.
I just love how Kim Kardashian flipped a negative.
Into
the way
a positive.
They flipped it into a multi-million-dollar business. Mm-hmm. Like business. Kim Kardashian West is a business. It's more than a human.
Think what you want. Say what you want. But if you're still sitting there struggling, trying to figure out how the heck your kids are going to go to college, listen.
Northwest and West and Chicago West have nothing to worry about. All because their mommy met Ray J. I hit it first.
I can't. But, that was here for him. That was the top.
That was his pivotal moment of his career.
That was the point of his glow up.
No shade, but he's on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and Kim Kardashian is the queen of social media and probably queen of the world at this point. I mean, we do have Beyonce though.
So Kardashians, congratulations! I really can't wait to see what she looks like because North and Saint are adorable.
I
adorable.
think, shout out to Kourtney's kids too, and shout out to Khloe. Khloe Kardashian is pregnant by Tristan Thompson from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
See, I could talk a whole episode about the Kardashians Khloe. Also, only because, no shade to Khloe, it's not her fault, but Tristan, isn't it Tristan Thomas?
No, it's Thompson.
Producer
left. Cass, can you Google that real quick, please?
He left his former girlfriend who was pregnant with his child for Khloe. So like I said, let us know.
So relatable to our Philly life.
Let us know on social media if you want us to.
Producer Kath just verified it is Tristan Thompson. Booyah.
See, Anthony wins at life with this stuff. I can't compete with him.
I'm not sports savvy, okay?
No, you're
not. But
I
do know my celebs. And once you tie in with my family, the Kardashians, I know you. Okay?
I hate you.
And I never forget. Listen, the first ever Eagles game that I went to was 2 years ago. And let me tell you something about this game. I went with my cousin and I hit her. I said, on the arm, I said, Nikki, where is the yellow line for the first downs? She said,
Stop.
That comes up on TV and TV only.
That's hilarious. Wait, did you ask what the red light was for? For the commercial breaks when it goes on at the games?
I have no idea. I didn't even know we were going into commercial. I mean, I would have had makeup ready for touch-ups. I don't even know if I was on TV.
I can't.
But I was looking for that yellow line. When she told me it was only on TV, I was just like, okay, maybe this isn't for you.
Stop. I can't.
But I love it. I love the energy. I love the adrenaline. Eagles fans have to be the best fans of all time.
I agree. We are about to jump into that, but really quick before we jump into our final basic bullet point, I want, and producer Kath, get ready because I need your opinion on this. She's looking at me. She doesn't like coming on the mic, guys, but we're going to make her for this. I want opinions on the name, on Chicago West.
Yes, please. We're going to post it on our Instagram page, okay?
Tell us your opinions also.
Authentic opinion. Be real with us because that's what it's about. We are basically extra.
So you can say whatever you want because even though no one cares what any of us have to say, but we're saying it anyway. That's our tagline, #basically extra. Let us know what you think of Chicago West. Does she have a middle name? None of their kids do, I don't think.
I don't know if she has a middle name. I do know Kim does.
I mean,
Kimberly Noel Kardashian West, my girl. Chicago West.
Shy.
At first, I was like, but you know what? There are Georgias. There are Parises. You know what I'm saying?
One of my best friends is named Aspen.
Isn't Gwyneth Paltrow's oldest child named Apple? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's calm down.
My name's Jana.
Let's calm down on the name shaming. Okay?
Okay.
My vote is yes.
Yes.
Chicago West. It's Kanye City, born and raised.
That was a cute little note. I'll give him that for sure. Kath?
I think Chicago is a really cute name. People, like Anthony said, people name their kids other city names. It's cute.
It's definitely not the worst name out there.
Think about what they could have come up with.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
They gave all three of their kids stage names.
Oh, for sure. They set them up.
They are
Absolutely.
ready to go. Northwest, I can see Northwest Cosmetics in 2030. The year 2030, Northwest Cosmetics.
She'll be like 13
It's gonna
or
be
14.
It's gonna, and then in like 2035, St. West Furs.
Stop. I mean, they'll probably be more successful than Rob's Arthur George sock line. Shade.
No shade.
Anyway.
Even though Kris Jenner is still pushing them on her Instagram page to this day.
I actually don't own a pair of those socks, but
I
I'm
don't either,
sure
but I heard
they're great.
So nice. I wonder if Adrienne Bailon likes them.
Stop. I'm done with you. Oh, I can't too much. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, does Blac Chyna?
Ooh. There's never enough shade on this show. Just keep it coming.
Speaking of Adrienne Bailon, she recently got her Rob Kardashian tattoo covered up.
Oh, finally. It's about
after she got married.
After she got married. Oh my gosh, I'm done. She didn't marry an athlete, did she?
I don't know who she married. I do know she's happy.
Wait,
all
no.
in all, we love Chicago West.
We do. And shout out to Adrienne Bailon for wiping her hands of that entire situation. Ooh.
Yes.
Somebody else that needs to kind of wipe her hands and just kind of be humble, sit down. Tony brought up a really good point is it's Monique.
Yeah, actress and comedian Monique is asking fans to stand with her in a protest against Netflix for an inequality, to be exact. She is upset because she was in talks with Netflix for a deal to do a comedy special, and they offered her $500,000. She was aware of Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock both getting $20 million or so dollars.
Oh my gosh.
But they are legends. And that's not to take away from Monique. She also brought up Amy Schumer, who is another comedian, stand-up. She had a very successful movie over the summer, and she sold out Madison Square Garden 2 times in 2017. She is getting $13 million. She initially was getting $11 million. She went back to Netflix and renegotiated for $2 million. She said, no, I am not the men. I am not that legendary. They deserve what they're getting, but I do need a little bit more. And they gave her that. When Monique's people, a.k.a. her husband, who is also her manager, went to Netflix to renegotiate, they brought up and he said, Monique has done X, Y, and Z. She had a #1 sitcom, The Parkers. She was on the Queens of Comedy special. She has been in various movies. I mean, Monique does have a pretty good resume. But Netflix told him, we don't go by resumes here. Well, he said, well, what does Amy Schumer bring to the table that Monique doesn't? Well, she just had a
relevancy.
She just had a great movie over last year, and she sold out Madison Square Garden. He said, well, isn't that talking about her resume, her past resume?
Not
you
exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but this
so
is what I'm
all about being relevant. But
this is my thing. So my point that I'm trying to make, and shout out to Monique, I do love you. It's all love, sis. the entertainment business is so cutthroat. Okay, only the strong survive, and not that she is weak. It's just you have to stay relevant, you have to stay current and on top of your game at all times. And unfortunately, these businesses out here that are handing out these $1 million checks are worried about what's gonna make them money, what's going to come back for them. And it's not about what you've done, it's about what you're doing. And unfortunately for Monique,
Is she a good investment?
Amy Schumer
Was a better investment.
is right now. Personally, she's not funny to me, but a lot of people think she is.
So you're saying as a business, in a business
As
sense,
a
you would
business,
bet on Amy
if I
Schumer.
was the business, I would say I'm going to go with Amy Schumer. Yes.
You're absolutely right. It's all about relevancy.
Comedian Wanda Sykes actually spoke out too, and she said, "Hey, Monique, Netflix offered me $750,000, but I said no, and I walked away. And now she has a deal. I forget what company, but she has a stand-up deal with another company. I want to say it's Epix.
It is Epix.
Okay,
It is. Yep.
It's Epix. Okay, so she has a deal with Epix." So a lot of people are saying, Monique, you could have just did that because you know what? You could have just walked away and said, you know what? Let me go out and let me do my research and see if anybody else could pick me, because they don't. Netflix didn't have to offer her anything.
Right.
They
And
didn't have to
now
come to
she
her for anything.
ruined her chances with
And
other companies, perhaps.
She
I don't know,
already
maybe not.
has a bad rapport in the industry because of the havoc she caused with Lee Daniels, the creator of Empire.
Oh.
Because she initially was supposed to be Cookie. She didn't like the deal. Some things were sour, some things went bad, and now we have our girl Taraji killing it every season. And you know what? I couldn't see any other. Nobody else
I
is
agree.
Cookie.
I agree. Not to mention Taraji is just like everything.
Is she not? She is so gorgeous.
I know. And not to
And a
mention
humble person.
she's multifaceted also. I mean, see, that's a moot point because so is Monique, because she won an Oscar for
her role in Precious.
Right. So,
and like I said, not to discredit Monique for anything,
but again, it's all about relevancy and
what you're doing now, not what you've done before.
Missing the bar.
But
currently, not in life.
But there's different aspects to it too, because if you want to jump to, and I think that the sports industry is like that as well. It's not about what you've done; it's about what you're doing.
You
know what I'm saying?
Wrong. Bottom line, all about relevancy. But you know what is totally relevant to us right now? Our last bullet point.
EAGLES, Eagles fly, Eagles fly. On the road to victory.
Hey.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
So he already said he's not a sports guy because the next line to the chant is fight, Eagles, fight. But that's okay because
No,
we're going
it's
into
not.
baseball. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Even AC producer Kath is over there.
Wait,
shaking her
what?
head. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been bamboozled.
Sorry, boo boo. But yeah, so if you are listening outside of the Philadelphia area, well, welcome to the PHL, because these are the probably the only sports teams you'll hear us talk about on the reg. And we're going to the Super Bowl. So, boom.
See you there.
But people are...
And don't let me catch those Viking fans who was messing with my Rocky statue.
That's true, yeah. So people are not happy with Eagles.
Us being there? But
Yeah.
guess what? We're there. And shout out to Pink. I saw the tweet. Did you see the tweet?
I did.
She's so freaking
I
cute.
know. She
said, I'm singing the national anthem and the Eagles are at the Super Bowl. Oh my God.
Bottom line, she was like, yo, Philly coming in clutch with this Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
If she wears an Eagles jersey during her performance of the national anthem, I might cry.
Jersey dress.
I might
She
cry.
should bring it back.
A jersey dress with some thigh highs. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna cry.
I know. I mean, I'll probably cry anyway, just because what are the odds?
And the rockets red glare.
Oh God, we did it.
The bombs bursting in air.
That was not Pink, but fabulous nonetheless.
Can you put some auto-tune on that?
And the rockets. I'm just kidding. No, that wasn't Pink either, guys.
Was that Britney?
I cannot even put into words how I felt watching that clock run down. And the funniest thing was, so I did not actually go anywhere to watch the game. I was at home with my niece and nephew. and my nephew was playing with some like VTech toy. I don't know, but I screamed so loud at the last interception, and he fell back away from the table and like covered his ears, and he was like, "Oh my God, stop!" It was hilarious.
So the Eagles win.
I scarred my nephew.
Everybody at my house. They were having a party at my house. Everybody at my house runs outside into the street in our block. And my neighbor's outside. Shout out to Mr. Gary. He's outside. He's throwing flares into the street.
Oh, I bet.
Some neighbors come down the block with their kids because they see us all out there. My cousins open my car doors. I'm driving my car slowly on the street. They're parading around me. And the song PNB Rock, Every Day We Live, You Can't Tell Me, is just gut blasting. And it was just a moment. And I can imagine what the bigger parade will be like in 2 weeks when.
He said not if, when.
When we win this thing.
I know. Listen, everyone rooted against us from day one.
We are the underdogs, and we're proud to be the underdog. Kathleen. She's over there cracking up.
I know. I can't. But it's going to be, I mean, it's just a really good week in Philly, honestly. And for the Del Val in general.
Shout out to Philadelphia fans for being so together, I want to say. I was watching the news and they said
unified.
You know what? Because it was so important that we won this championship game, and
we needed it.
I was watching the live feed of Cottman and Frankfurt Avenues, and there were a few arrests, but for minor things.
But they said this was pretty calm compared to past events, like post win. This was pretty calm.
Yeah. A Monday morning, ticket sales for the Super Bowl skyrocketed.
Oh, I'm sure.
You could sit in the nosebleeds for as low as $3,000.
Not us, guys. Not us. But anyway, bottom line, go Philly. We are coming at you the last day of every month.
Live.
Eventually maybe live. The last day of every month with our top basic bullet points. The top pop culture events that took place that month. And make sure you communicate with us on social media. What is that Instagram, Tony Sales?
Basically.extra.
Find us there and let us know what you want us to talk about. Because, again, this is for you, and we want to know what's on your minds until...
And you can follow me on Instagram at @the_Tony Sells.
And you can follow me at BIGGE_NotoriousJ.
That was my man voice.
It was actually really beautiful. You have a beautifully deep, husky voice. I'm just kidding. Guys, we are out of here.
And now I'm voguing.
And now he's voguing.
So you see how long that lasted.
I can't stay.
We love you guys. Stay positive. Stay basic.
No. We love you guys. Stay positive, and as always, stay
basic.
Stay extra.
I don't want to say that.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
They're going to stay extra forever and ever.
Oh my goodness. Cut.
Bye.